Welcome back. Well, do you have a need for a personal air conditioner, something that you can not take up much space with, and something that's going to cool you all day long? Look no further. I have the solution here with Todd. And Todd, I tell you what, you guys are really steeped in technology. You're smart guys doing something that is really going to help us out a lot. And in this regard here, this is going to give us a nice, cool solution pretty much all day long. Is that correct?
That's right. I mean, after all, it is cutting edge technology. This is great. What this can do is a person, like you said, it's a personal air conditioner. You can turn it on, set it next to you, and it'll cool you all day long. It requires no wires, no ventilation. It'll keep you cool all day, anywhere, even where ventilation is not practical.
And as you mentioned, the key part of that is I don't have to run a cord anywhere. I don't have to have a drip pan on this. And there's actually a small compressor on this. And instead of releasing the heat to the environment, it holds it until the end of the day.
That's right. So the compressor is about the size of a normal woman's fist. It's relatively small. Runs on a 24-volt system. Batteries can last all day long. It stores its waste heat in what's called a phase change material, kind of like a candle wax. And so for 8 hours, the system can run storing its waste heat inside this phase change material, and while the battery is recharging, then it can reject its heat, and you're good to go the next day.
That is amazing. And we got very cool air coming out of it right now, and that can do it all day long.
All day long. About 10 degrees Celsius below normal room temperature, or say it's hot inside, 80 degrees. This can keep you 70 degrees. This is really good for homes in colder environments during the summertime. It's good for office workers. It's good for industrial applications like forklift trucks where you want the operator to stay cool, but you don't want to heat the rest of the warehouse. This is good for server farms or areas where it's impractical to heat the entire building, but you want to keep the occupants comfortable.
So it's very efficient, yet unlike a swamp cooler, an evaporative cooler, it doesn't raise the relative humidity in the room either, so we don't have that as a problem.
That's right. There's no ice, there's no water, there's nothing like that. And originally, this technology was funded by the Department of Energy. And the philosophy here is that it's much more efficient to cool a couple of occupants in a room than to cool the entire room. And it is. I mean, if you think about it, you don't take up very little space in this big room. So you can not have a cooling system or set the system at a much higher set point and use this as supplemental cooling, and you'll save a lot of energy. But it's not really the big selling point. I mean, it's very nice that you're saving energy. This will keep you comfortable in areas or in places where other cooling systems just can't be used because there's no ventilation.
Well, you know, that comfort equates to greater productivity, and that comfort equates to a happier worker or a happier person at home. And it really means a lot.
And a safer environment, too. I mean, in the case of, say, going back to those forklift trucks, if we can keep that operator comfortable and less fatigued, the number of accidents will also decrease. So it's a safer environment, it's more comfortable. This is good for people who live, say, just one or two occupants in an apartment. They don't need to have to cool the entire apartment. They can just cool themselves, keep themselves cool. I've heard a lot of people say, gee, I'd like to have one. I'm always hot, my wife's always cold. This is the solution right here. I've heard people say they want to use this out on their pool deck, and why not? I mean, you could aim it right on you while you're laying in your chaise lounge on a hot day. There's a lot of good applications for this system.
And it doesn't have to be hardwired into your wall or become a permanent fixture of your house or your office. And so that really puts the mobile in mobile comfort. I can move it around from room to room if I need to, or even outside on the patio, as you mentioned.
That's right. It's on casters. It's got a handle. You can push it around from place to place. And we've also done some research with regard to use in developing nations, where electricity is not necessarily 100% reliable and it's kind of expensive. This is a good way, efficient way to keep people comfortable when they need to be comfortable. It doesn't have to be all day long. They don't need to be running this thing all the time, just when they need to be comfortable.
You know, and that means that this 8-hour battery life really extends into maybe a 3 or 4 hour battery life, maybe turning it on only a couple hours during the afternoon.
That's right. I mean, it'll last 8 hours, but it doesn't have to be 8 hours in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Todd, I tell you what, you have a mobile solution, you have a cool solution, one that's going to put a smile on my face, make me a happier worker and more productive. And with that said, right now, I know you have to have the attention. All of our viewers out there who really want to stay cool or they want to help their employees do the same, what's the best way for them to learn more about mobile comfort?
Our website is mobilecomfort.us. That's www.mobilecomfort.us. You can see this video on here, obviously. Also, we have phone numbers and emails that you can contact us to get the latest. We're just in the process of re-engineering so that we're going to hopefully be manufacturing in the middle of 2017. And we're hoping to get it on the store shelves by next Christmas.
I tell you what, very excited. Todd, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.